Okay, I'm not sure if we're live yet, but let's double check, make sure everything's good. Okay, we're live. Just want to make sure that the audio is visible. Let me just double check one thing. Just give me 1 second. Right, just let me. Where's chat? I'm just loading up chat. Just give me a second. There we go. Right. No one can hear me. I don't think the voice is not live. I'm just gonna make my voice up live a little bit more. Push the volume up. Hopefully everyone can hear me now. Let me just double check. Just check on chat for a second. Just gonna make my voice up live a little bit more. Push the volume up. There we go. I'm gonna push it a little bit more so we can get a good audio stream. All right, everyone, look. That's it. I think that's it. That's the good audio stream. Welcome. It's that time again, guys. It's that time again. Zezo Cup. This is 2024. We're at Zezo Cup number 8, I believe. And yeah, it's been a fun journey so far, man. We started this back in 2022, I believe it was. And it's surprising that we managed to get this far. And I'm excited to be hosting once again the live draw for the Zezo Cup. And it's going to be an amazing one this year. It's an anniversary, guys. It's an anniversary. So what we're doing here, let me just make sure that that's it. Right. So what we're going to make sure is, obviously, as we do every single time, we're going to go through some of the rules, some of the team changes, and we're also going to make sure that the draw is done, because that's the most important thing. That's what we come here for, right? We're going to make sure that the draw is done. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you the teams who are taking part in this year's tournament. Where is my screen? Let me chat. Let me get the screen up. Boom. Screen is up, folks. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit so everyone can see this. Hide the sponsors. Oh, before I forget, big shout out to Albayan for sponsoring us throughout the entire thing, guys. The entire thing, all 8 years running, Albayan has been day one supporting us. So be sure to go check out Albayan Islamic Center Albayan Welfare Center, I should say, in Green Lane. They do fantastic community work. They do fantastic charity work. They are active, not in just the Zezo Cup, but they're active in various different other community-run programs. So if you're in the area, you want to get involved, you want to just volunteer or something, be sure to head down to Albayan Welfare Center in Green Lane. Tell them Zezo sent you, and you're going to get a big pat on the back. But you know what? Big shout out to them. Obviously, we've got the Libah sponsoring us as well this year. Libah has been running for days, man. We do our 7-a-sides, 5-a-sides throughout the year when Zezo Cup's not happening. So, you know, big shout out to Libah for keeping that football spirit going. If you want to kind of get into, you know, some of our sessions, be sure to hit up Zezo. Kareem's in there as well. They'll be able to hook you up into our group chat so that we can get you involved in some of our games throughout the year. And obviously a big shout out to my company, Perspective, obviously making sure that all the digital aspects of the Zezo Cup is taken care of. So all this beautiful website that you see here, you know, it's all built by us. You know, we're doing this for free. We're doing it to support the cause. We're doing it to support Zezo Cup. So be sure to give us a look out if you ever need any websites or anything like that. Anyway, enough plugging, right? Let's get into it. No. Hopefully you're watching the Zezo Cup live. If you haven't, you can always watch the live draw here. Where is it? Yeah, it's on the page right now. Let me just hide the sponsors for a second. So you can see, you can pre-watch this video to see how the things unfold. And we obviously got the new website up and live. So then we can, you know, go through the group stages, knockouts, the finals. But we'll go through all of that when we do the group draw. First and most important things are the rules, guys. The rules are the most important things. Let me zoom out a little bit here so everyone can see this. Perfect. So the way this is happening this year, slightly different to what we do last year because it's our anniversary cup. What we're doing here is we've got 8 teams. It's a 7-a-side game, and this is, I believe, the first time we've actually done a 7-a-side. Usually we do 5-a-sides, but today, this tournament, 7-a-side, because you voted for it, you got it. And in that 7-a-side team, these are our teams who are playing. So there's going to be 8 teams. We've got A team, Gaza, GGS. We've got everyone else here. We've got regulars who came back again. Travel Express is a usual one. Tank FC, Vane FC. They all come back again because they enjoy playing in this tournament. And what's going to happen is 8 of our teams are going to be split up into 2 groups. You have a group A and you have a group B. Now, in Group A, you'll have 4 teams. In Group B, you'll have 4 teams. And inside of that, what you're going to do is we're going to be playing 1 game every week. So on a Saturday, we play every games on Saturdays. And the first Saturday, you know, whether it's A team or Gaza, whoever wins automatically goes through to the knockout stages. And then the second team, or the second 2 teams in Group A also play. So let's say in this case, GGS wins their Group A game. They automatically go through. Now in Group B, on the third Saturday, let's say Travel Express win their game against Tank, they automatically go through. And same again, let's say Vane FC win against United FC, they automatically go through. So now your question, Alex, we've only got 4 teams gone through. What happens to the other 2 team spaces that are still open? Well, I'll tell you what happens. The first 4 teams have gone through. The next 2 spaces that we have left will be given to 2 of the losing teams, but based on their point differences, their points, their goal differences, goals scored and goal against at that point. So in this case, we've got AFA team, Habsaki, Tank and United. We will take a look at the ranks of those losers. So let's say some teams have managed to lose less goals compared to the other teams. And then those 2 teams will be picked out from them automatically. By the way, the system is automatically going to be picked that out. And in this case, let's say A team and Habsaki have qualified because of their goal differences. As you can see, we'll look at points, goal differences, goals for and goals against. Obviously, points is probably not going to work because everyone gets 3 points if they win and no points if they lose. So it's automatically going to be first goal differences, goals for, and then goals against. Once we pick those 2 teams, then we go over to the knockout finals or the semi-finals. And it's straightforward there. 7-a-side, 1 game per weekend. And in this case, you know, let's say whoever wins those games and they will go through to the final. And we'll have 3 teams in the final. And then we go back into our traditional Zezo Cup format where it's winner stays on. So let's say Gaza wins 1, GG wins 2 games, and Travel Express wins 7 games. By default, with our usual format, Travel Express would have won the tournament. And that's it. So that's how this format's going to be in our anniversary version of Zezo Cup number 8, 2026. And we've also done one more thing with the wildcards. Just going to explain the wildcards really quickly. Now, previous years, we've always had these 3 wildcards. You've got your squad change, your penalty kick, and your power play. Now, the way that we have used the wildcards before will still remain the same. So you get to pick which wildcard you want to use. You inform Zezo or the officiate referee at the game before the game starts if you want to use a wildcard. And you can only use the wildcard once. So you can only use squad change once, penalty kick once, and power play once throughout the entire tournament. But we've got a new one. We've got a very new one, which is called the anniversary card, right? Now, the anniversary card is you only get to pick 1 from a selection of 4. And I'll give you an example what that is. So these are the power plays. Here we go. So your anniversary cards consist of 4 cards. The double goal, which is for 2 minutes, every goal you scored gets a double. Great card, very powerful if you're way behind in goal scoring. And the next one is 2 goalkeepers. So you can designate 2 keepers for 3 minutes. However, only one may handle the ball at any given time, not both players at the same time. The power play, the opponents will be down a man for 3 whole minutes. So you'll play 1-man advantage. And the VAR challenge. This is an interesting one. So you can challenge one goal, one penalty kick, or one red card at a time. Not all three, not multiple times, just one. And the way the anniversary card works is you are able to then select which anniversary card. Well, you're not going to select it. It will be randomly selected from a bucket. And that card that you get from your raffle will be the card that you are allowed to use throughout the rest of your tournament. You can only use this once, however. Right? So, wildcards explained, rules explained. Let's get into it. Oh, before we get into it, by the way, if you're ever go to our website with zezosupercup.com, you can, why not check out the history? You know, take a look at all the previous cups that we've done, the 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So be sure to check them out. You know, it's always nice to kind of go back and watch some of the history unfold. Now, we're going to do the draw. So obviously we've got the teams here. I'm going to open up my trusted spin the wheel. Give me a second, chat. Perfect. I'm just going to be putting in the teams. So we've got Tank FC, which is run by Yusuf. We've got Vane FC, which is run by Yaman. We've got Travel Express, which is Yahya. We've got A Team, which is Saleh. We've got Apakazi. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, and that's by Amani. We've got Gaza. Big shout out to Gaza with DJ there. We've got United FC, which has got a dual manager, Abdi and Mo, apparently. And then final but not least, we've got GGS, right? So I'm going to bring my wheel here. Okay. And at the same time, I've got the draws open right there for everyone to see. If you want to see it clearly, let me just do this so we can see it a little bit more clearer. Right, perfect. So I'm just going to do this, and the first team to be playing onto Group A slot 1 would be, let's run the wheel. Right, who's going to be in Group A team position 1? So it's most likely going to be playing this Saturday, by the way. It's going to be Travel Express. There we go, Travel Express, you are our winner. So Travel Express, you are in slot 1. And then next, we're going to be doing group, what have I done here? Wheel 2, I don't want wheel 2. Go back to wheel 1. And then, how do I remove? There we go, remove wheel 2. And then wheel 1 back again. So now we're playing for group B. It's done again. We're going to be playing for Group B position 1. Who do we have now? Let's double check. It might be Tank FC. Oh, that's a big matchup in the future. But Tank FC going to Group B position 1. Group B position 1. Now let's go for Group A position 2. Who is that going to be? Let's have a look. And let's say we've got GGS. Fantastic. GGS is in Group A, slot number 2. Where are you? Here we go. So you are going to be playing Travel Express this Saturday, by the looks of things. And then we're going to be doing Group B, position 2. So who's going to be playing against Tank FC? It looks like it's Yamon's team, I believe. No, it's not. Vane FC is going into Group B, slot 2. And then now is Group A, slot 3. Let's take a look at who's going to be sitting in that comfortable position. It looks like it's going to be the A team. Yep. Make sure to confirm it. Perfect. So A team going to Group A, slot 3. And obviously we're winding down now to Group B, slot 3. Looks like it's Habakazi. Yep, it's Habakazi's FC. Where are you? Group B, slot 3. And obviously the last slot for Group A to be playing against where's it gone? United FC. So, Travel Express, GGS, Tank FC, Abkazi. We've got Gaza and United. So United going to slot 4, Gaza going to go slot 3, and then Vane, I believe, is here, and then A-Team is there. Perfect. Right. So let me save the draw. Wonderful stuff. Now, each game will be placed on per Saturday. So the first game will take place this Saturday, I believe, at 10 o'clock. Right. So be sure to make sure you get there on time. The following game for Group A will be played the following Saturday, so that'll be the first. And then Group B will be playing the week after that on the 8th. And then Group B second game will be playing on the 15th. If anything changes, we'll definitely make sure to reach out, and Zezo and them lot will reach out to us. Save the draw. Now we're going to do one last draw, which is the knockout draw. So the way the knockout draw will work is very simple. We've got Group A winners. We've got Group A second winners. And then we've got the same for Group B. So I'm just going to copy that and just say Group B. Group B. And then lastly, we've got losers 1 and then losers 2. And this is the team who've lost, who've had the least or the best goal differences, and the losers 2 who obviously had the second best goal differences. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where they would sit inside of the knockout draws, right? So, and these games will be played obviously the following week after that. So let me quickly add that in there. So the 15th will be the last group game, and then the 22nd will be the first, 29th the last, and then the 5th will be the third game of the knockouts. Perfect. Okay, so first knockout game. We're going to do first knockout games and the second knockout games and the third knockout games. We're not going to do 1, 1, 1, 1. It just makes things easier. So the first group knockout games are going to be Group B winners. Group B first. Already on there. So let me remove all of these guys out of the way. So the first one was Group B first. And then next one playing against Group B would be the losers number 1. Okay, so then it would be losers, best loser 1, and the dates change. So they'll be playing on the 15th, not the 15th, they're playing on the 22nd. And then for the second game, which will take place on the 29th, the first team playing there will be Group A second winners. Okay, so Group A second winners sit comfortably in that spot, and they're going to be playing against, let's double check, they're going to be playing against losers number 2 maybe, perhaps. No, it's Group B second winners. They're playing against Group B second winners. Perfect. Group B second winners. So Group A second, Group B second, and obviously that leaves us with Group A first and best second losers. Just to confirm, Group A winners and losers 2. That's who remains, and they will be playing their game on the 5th, I believe, of September. Now, all games start at 10 o'clock, so don't pay any attention to the timings here, please. All games will start at 10 o'clock. And that's it. So you have your matches here. So your first game, which happens this Saturday, actually, in fact, let me go to the website. There we are. So you can see in the group stages right there. First game in Group A will be Travel Express and GGS, and then A-Team Gaza, then Tank FC and Abakazi, and then Vane, and then United FC. You'll see all the group standings there. You can watch all the knockout stages happen here, and obviously the finals will be done when it's done. So yeah, let me get back into my screen. That's the groups. Just to confirm, you can see them there lined up. I will take a screenshot of this so that everyone can have it for the groups later on. And that's it. It's another one by me. bring up the sponsors again. Once again, big shout out and big thank you to Al Bayan Welfare Centre. Big shout out to Libah and Perspective. And yeah, I've been your host for Khalid this year, and I'll see you. Hey, look, before I forget, any questions that you have, please send it over to Zezo, and then we'll be able to take it from there. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you down there at the pitch side. Zezo Cup. Number eight. We're doing work out here, people. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you again next time. Peace out. Bye.